So it's my pleasure to thank everyone, especially the contributors for reading today. I'd like to close with a few more secrets of the book that you may or may not have noticed. So the first thing is that the poem that Aaron read, Didactic, is where the title of this book comes from, Waves Rising. It was one of the phrases there. The second secret is Ishan mentioned the video that Jennifer Ann Champion filmed for poetry.sg. If you listen all the way to the end, after the credits close, you can hear Miss Ho laughing. I think it's the only record that we have of her laughing. And she mentions laughing, chuckling, chortling throughout many of her poems. If you want to hear the poet laughing, that's where you go, poetry.sg and that particular film. More secrets of the book. So the design of this book, I really have to thank Kage and the Pagesetters team, Rachel Hing, who laid it out for us, also the cover designer, Esther Goh. So if you look at this book, if you look at the side of it, there are differently colored pages, like a kueh lapis, quite appropriate, but the pages that are darker in tone are Miss Ho's writings, and the pages that are unmarked are contributors and responses. And kueh lapis it is because the way the design of the book and the curation of it was done was not to have all the published works in one section, but to have it as a dialogue. And it's actually fairly, I feel, deliberately chosen. The works speak to each other, where the contributors are speaking to Miss Ho and where I thought she was speaking to everyone else. I think it's going to be Miss Ho and not Ho Poh Fun, the writer, the way we're going. The other thing you might want to know, and I think this is a very wonderfully well-designed aspect of the book, and my thanks to Kage and the team, is that the fonts are different for the different tinted pages, different voices, really. And this is all reflected in this very, very well-made, very, very beautiful book. So, you know, I wanted to express my appreciation also to the production team of this book. So let's give them a round of applause to make it possible. So if I may, could I hand over the time to Chelsia to close the evening for us?
So listening to the contributions today, this evening, brought back a lot of memories for me. I mean, spoken verbally, but also through the responses, I could see my auntie in them. Really, like, I could just visualize her this entire session sitting down there. So, yeah, in closing, I think today's book celebration is really a celebration of Gugu's writing, her life, and her love for storytelling. And this book would really not be possible you know, without the support of all of you, many more who are not here today, but especially Anne for putting it together so nicely, Kage and the Pagesetters team, Joshua and the team from Sinlit Station, and Esther for the beautiful, beautiful cover illustration. Okay, it really made this book a reality for me and something that I hope you know, my children can appreciate. So this journey began 6 years ago. I'm going to repeat this. For me, this journey began 6 years ago with a seed planted by Yisheng, a republication of Katong and other poems. So at that time, I didn't know where to begin, where to start, and then it was just chucked aside. The idea was just chucked aside. 2 years ago, when Anne was researching some of her Gugu's works, she reached out to me. We explored some of her writings a bit further, and we discovered like there were so many additional pieces of her work lying around. So the idea was kind of took shape again. And it wasn't until early last year, January 23, you know, at the launch of the RI200 anthology, that I think we started talking again. That was when I put a face to Anne, to Kage. And then I think Aaron also suggested, you know, not just an anthology, but having something more interesting, a response piece. So that was when the project really gained momentum, and this is the book that we have today. So I'd like to read a few lines from Gugu's poem, Prospect, which I think, for me, encapsulates her spirit. But I do not, will not, shall not believe in the death of stars, nor do I think it futile to drill the mud with hardly a prospect in Sleepy Hollow, somewhere where the self stands silent, separated from years of experience and composition. A phoenix shall rise, beautiful as angel fire, defy ash after flame, touch wet gleams on grass, sunshine on earth's faces. So that for me is my Gugu. So it's a token of appreciation, and I also believe in you know, true Gugu fashion. I got a little something for everyone here, really. So thank you for being part of her life, her legacy, her writing, her passion for creativity, and I hope that her love for storytelling will continue to inspire generations to come. Thank you.